Hey guys, this is Sean from Far From Average Automotive. We've been off for the last few months because Hayden Zalaiman had to start school, adulthood. But anyways, we're back with the bang baby. That being said, today we have a 1969 Camaro RS that's been heavily modified. So when the 69 Camaro was out, it was selling for $3,800 MSRP, which were equivalent to about $31,000 now. This is the first Camaro to have an inline six that Chevy has made. They also had a Copo version of this car, but it wasn't released to the public. It was only used for cop cars and taxis, which is very interesting that taxis got that. I don't fully understand that, but you know, maybe you gotta go somewhere fast. So it has really big tires on the front and the back. These rims really contrast this red beautifully. It has front and back rearward brake systems, which is a manual brake system. He was saying, as you're seeing in the video with the driving footage, that they really push for him to have manual brakes instead of just, you know, analog. And it feels way different than anything I've driven. Not on the aspect that it's really fast and beefed up, but the brakes are kind of scary. They feel like when you press them, it feels like you're about to break loose in the back, but he's telling me no, that's not going to happen. And towards the end of the driving footage, you'll see I finally pressed them and it would kind of all go forward, but it kept it and it didn't break loose at all. They were really good brakes. I also want to mention that this red with the black is beautiful, and I also find it funny that, you know, we haven't filmed many videos here at Kennedy detailing the grand scheme of things, but most of them are red with black. Because we have the TRX with Doubt.
And the Taycan.
And then, yeah, so most of the cars we come here is red, which is really funny because the color that they're known for is red and black, as you can see on the van right there. So, oh, and Texas Tech, that too. So, but yeah, no, it's really beautiful. I think these rims contrast really well with the car. A lot of times when people do these kind of cars and stuff, they kind of go too much with one color or they go overboard, and I feel like this is a really good medium. For people who are not Hayden's age, there's this game that I used to play a lot growing up called Midnight Club Los Angeles, and this reminds me of that game because this car was one of the cars you started out with. Granted, it wasn't this nice, but it was one of the start cars, like spec to this perfectly. So it's kind of cool to, you know, see this in person and be able to drive it when, you know, in my childhood I got to drive virtually. Something he mentioned is the splitter on the front is real carbon fiber. On the door frame at the bottom, it's real carbon fiber. There's some real carbon fiber on the engine, but also on the engine he also had a lot of it wrapped carbon fiber, but it looks 100% legit, which is really cool. You can see there's very little room with this rim. I was rubbing when I was turning around earlier, but I can't even stick, I don't even think I can stick a card in that. So it's, this thing is very meticulous and beautiful. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on this end. So it has Z01 badging, but it's not technically a Z01. It has the supercharger from a 2014 Z01, so that's why it has said badging. In the trunk, you have a complete sound system. It's 500 watts to the subwoofer, and then another 500 on the inside for the speakers on the inside. It's J&L, so it's a really good sound system, but it's kind of cool. This also adds a lot of weight to the back end to keep the car down, as you'll see later, which is very much needed. On the interior, it is, he redid it. It's different than what it was when he first got it. The red stitching is really nice. It has a Camaro badging back in the back near carbon fiber. This is that carbon fiber piece I was talking about, this 100% legit carbon fiber, which is really nice. I don't think this is the stock steering wheel. It may be, but I don't know, but it's beautiful. You can pop this into, you know, paddle shifting, which I'm too scared to do. This is a very intense car, which you'll see here momentarily if you haven't already seen that footage. The thing that's very interesting to me about these cars is the door panel. How it, like, the handle's up here, but then the door to open the door is all the way down here. It's very retro, and I can actually say that, and it means something. I also think that the red and black is very sinister, and but besides that, I mean, it's a pretty basic. He just got carbon fiber pieces everywhere. It is automatic. They could go to stick shift. He could do open valves and closed valves with the sound comes down here, and it's like 20 times louder with the buttons here. This is also how you change stick shift. When you're flooring it, you gotta be going for about 3 seconds, and you see green light pop up where that blue light is. That means the methanol kicked in, and boy, do you feel that. It was very surreal driving this. And oh, another really weird thing is, so if you see this little button next to my shoe, that's how you shine your brights, which is really weird. Yeah, we had this truck right here, and they weren't passing us, and I was trying to shine them. I was like, oh yeah, you hit that button right there with your foot. And I've never seen that on any car before, so that's kind of cool. But besides that, I mean, interior is beautiful. It really contrasts with the outside. This car is very well made. In the driving footage, he talks more about who made it and what went into it and everything he did. I couldn't quote that all on top of my head, and it's pointless if you're about to hear it anyway. But yeah, another really cool thing that he said that he added was when you put it in reverse, there's a camera that pops up right here. So you have a reverse camera that's on the license plate in a '69 Camaro, which is really cool. Another really cool thing, and we'll get B-roll of it, is the stereo system looks like a classic Camaro system, but you can hit a button and it'll look like a present time one where we'll have like actual light up stuff on the screen. But when you turn it off, it just looks retro, which is really cool. I don't know what this is called, but me being with my SI, when you pop this open, it looks like a Honda system. And that's what it looks like when we're driving too. He nonchalantly opened that and like, oh yeah, you could do this. And I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Besides that, I mean, that's pretty much about the interior. It's very nice, very retro. He didn't take away the Camaro vibe in here. The only thing that like really looks out of place in aftermarket is the speakers, but that's completely necessary. It just looks like a top line Camaro to me. Very well made. Let's go for a drive. But once again, thank you to Chandler from Detail for letting us use this place. Kennedy Detail here in Lubbock. They detail cars, and I'm just guessing that blew off from the crazy windstorm we had last week. But I'm no rocket scientist. So anyways, let's go for a drive. Okay, we did a whole audio thing when driving, but the GoPro cut out on us when we were driving. We don't really know what happened, but we lost all the footage where Michael was talking about the Camaro. But basically, the car has 800 horsepower to the engine, 600 to the wheel. It has a Wheelwood manual braking system on it. It has a custom stroker kit to add some more power to this thing. And then it has a 2016 Camaro ZL1 supercharger on it. And it is at the lowest tune right now. If he were to tune it any different, he would get close to 1,000 horsepower on it. So this thing's a beast, super fun to drive, and we're very happy with it.
You're like, oh, and then I got this. 2 would be, daily driving, and 3, if you get on the highway, you want to maximize the mileage. And it's 3. You could have 3 separate tunes that you just hit one button and change it to what you want to do.
Is this your daily driver?
Oh God, no.
Oh God, no.
No, I've only, I don't know, what have I got, about 2,000 miles on it or something like that.
It would be your daily driver.
Oh, it could, totally, yeah. And that's the thing, if you get on the highway and drive it like a normal person, you can get 20-something miles, 21 miles per gallon. But
that's pretty good for
when I'm driving it, I'm getting about 8. Because I get my foot in it, so.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is great. The brakes feel different than any braking system I've ever felt.
Yeah, the guys that put it together were real strong about getting manual brakes. They said that's just what they prefer, less maintenance. And at first I was like, man, I was thinking my grandpa's truck that I grew up driving with manual. But it's weird at first, but after you just drive it for a few minutes, it's great. It's always consistent, solid. It just takes a little bit more effort, but not that much. Speaking of brakes, so it's got Wheelwood 6 pistons up front, Wheelwood 4 pistons in the back. So if you get down on it, it'll stop you.
I feel like you're like really start smoking though if you get down on it.
Do what?
Like when we start smoking, you lose control if you get down on it.
What? Oh no, I haven't seen it. You talking about the brakes?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it. I'm saying it's good brakes. When you really push hard, because they're manual brakes.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm going to push too hard and it's going to break loose.
Oh, no, that's
no?
the thing. No. Because they're manual brakes, so like, when I go to the drag strip and I'm doing 130 at the end, man, I'm hammering down on those brakes. It's real good control, good tight brakes. They don't ever feel like they're overheating or slipping or anything like that.
It doesn't have ABS, does it?
No. Although I was told with this fast system, which
oh yeah,
it syncs with the TCU, the computer that controls the transmission. it's got a traction control setting that you can set it, and it senses slip and takes out timing so that you don't continue to overpower. So I haven't played with that yet either. I like blowing the tires out of it, but I'm trying to maximize the suspension, and once I do that, then I'm going to start messing with that traction control.
I'm gonna do one more pull if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, when I do this, I'm going to try to continue conversation.
You can see your tire tracks there.
Oh my god. Okay.
It puts more air in it. It's a little. See how it's darker on the outside versus the end? That means it's underinflated.
This guy's waiting for me. I'm gonna. Do you have brights on this?
Oh, you got the foot. You push it on your foot. That little knob.
Oh, the knob?
Yeah. Well, actually, our lights aren't on. Pull that knob back. I just realized we're driving around with our fog lights.
There you go. He's coming over here.
We'll just let him go by you.
Yeah.
You got to pull that knob out the turn. We've been driving without the lights, just the fog lights.
Close enough.
yeah, driving lights. He's like, why are you in the middle of the road? You can go around if you want. I think he's trying to figure out why you're in the middle of the road. He'll figure it out here in a second. Oh wait, here. No, this time listen to this. Wait, let me get this thing open.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, I can't tell.
Yeah, I think it is.
I can't tell. Hold on just a second. Jeez. I didn't hear it change. Huh. Something else I gotta work on. Oh, there it goes.
All right, ready?
I just wasn't pushing it hard enough.
Oh god. Okay, here we go. So, what paint coat is this? Is this Chevy color?
Honestly, don't know because I bought it already painted. It's a red.
That is hilarious, man.
Yeah, sometimes I drive down the street and I go by someone on the street and just do, I call it a foot jack, just do that.
I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one
when you
more
go
right
by.
here. Yeah. I'm gonna do it right here. That is ridiculous.
Is that our tires?
Yeah. You did a pretty good burnout going this way.
Oh, I'll do one more and I'm gonna pull in.
Don't kill me this time.
Get some gas. Let me go ahead. I got enough.
Okay, I'm good.
Now we're in quieter mode. I'll still see the smoke down there. That's a rare non-windy day here. The smoke actually gets to hang around.
That is nuts. Thanks, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
Post-drive's thoughts. This thing gets shaky, bakey, and loose, and sideways really easy. It's very intimidating. Honestly, God, I didn't want to say this while we were starting it up, but very few cars that got my legs shaky, and I had very shaky legs pulling out of this parking lot. It was really fun, super scary, equally as scary, some would say. Doesn't even stand a chance. But it was really fun. Special thanks to Michael for letting us use his car. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. We'll start posting weekly again with this video. Every Sunday, Hayden's going to post some of his work throughout the week, so we have more content coming. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Follow us here on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the YouTubes, and MySpace. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Good to be back.